Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick flip through of my FauxBonichi. I think we've gone 2 weeks now, so I'm trying to do that. Plus, I've kind of changed something that you'll see here in a minute. Ooh, look, shadow. Puppets! Oh. Anyways, this is pretty much where we left off last time. The question of the day was, what was your last major purchase? And mine was ink tints, so I did an entire page on ink tints. And the question of the day was, my house is a home because, and my family lives here. And I used the little, on this one, I used this tool to squirt some colors on there. And I just use like Crayola colors markers, and they work just fine. I actually don't like to use this with the distress markers. I don't find they work as well, and I find it dries the pens out really fast. So I don't use this with my distress markers. But the challenge Friday draw was lotus flowers, and so that was my lotus flower. And yeah, so that's that one. And the challenge, you'll see a recurring theme. Every day we have a challenge or a prompt over on the All Things FauxBonichi group, and so my pages kind of revolve around that. And the question of the day this day was, who was the last person to tell you that they loved you? And of course my son and my husband always tell me that they love me, but Benny was kind of showing me the love that day, so I don't know if you can see it. It was also Saturday, which is our sticker day, and it's now sticker and stamping day. So I went through some stickers that I had and put a photo of him in there. Sunday is our journal prompt that Paula, one of our members, does, and it was, what are your guilty pleasures? And so I found this pocket card in my stash and I filled in my guilty pleasures on it. And Lynn won our giveaway that week for the weekly theme challenge. And then I wanted to use a card layout on a page, and so this was based on a card sketch that I found, and I thought it turned out really cool. It was fun. Paper is my first love, will always be my first love, and so yeah, this was probably one of my favorite pages just because there was so much paper on it, and I love paper. So yeah, that was that page. I did the documented life. I forgot to add what it was, but I think it was friends and something. Friends and journaling, something like that. I don't know. I like the documented life project when I first started it, but the last two of them I haven't done because I'm not enjoying it. I don't think they're fun. I know, oh my god, but if you're not already doing artsy craftsy art stuff, it's not really set up for you. It's not good for beginners, I don't think, because like the 5th week challenge was use your paper that goes underneath your table and that kind of stuff, and I don't know, I didn't have any of that. And then this one is, I don't remember what this last week is, but it just, I don't know, I've fallen out of love. I'm going to keep up with seeing what the themes are and do them as I go, but anyways, so this one I did about friends and family. Friends are our chosen family. And the question is this day was, what was the most expensive bill paid last month? And can you guess? I'm not going to really go through what my journaling is. I don't do it the real way. I don't sketch my day. I can draw. I'm not disputing whether I can draw or not. I just am not comfortable with it, and I struggle with it, and I don't find it to be that fun to me. Again, I like paper better, so for me, I just journal and then do whatever I want to do for the prompt that day. Yeah, and so that was that. And I forgot what our challenge was this week, but I'm sure it'll show up. But anyways, so that was that page. And then this one I didn't get any journaling done, and you'll see that my book had a problem. I had like, this is just over 100 pages, and I fought with it these last pages. You can tell how curled they are, and I just have been fighting with it for the last 2 weeks, and I finally just thought, this is ridiculous, I'm done. And so I just ripped the cover off the back and took out all the last 200 pages ish of the book, and I just ended it here, and I didn't get any journaling done, but it was Tangle Tuesday on the group, and so that was my Zen Tangle, if you will. And so that is going to be the end of that book. I just ended it. I'm not worried about start dates and end dates. A lot of people are doing it by the year. I find that too constrictive, and I'm just not going to do it. So this is how the first 100+ days of my FauxBonichi turned out. I think it's been a blast. I love it. I am having so much fun. The group has made it really fun, but I just look at how my book turned out. My son comes down all the time going, "Oh, Mom, I love your fat book." Hey, could be worse. But so that was the first 100 days in this. Hindsight being 2020, I don't recommend the big MiquelRuis book to do in your FauxBonichi if you're adding anything into it. If you're just putting an occasional sticker or an occasional project life card or once in a while covering a page or something, then I totally recommend it and it'll do well. But if you're going to back your pages like I do, which was my whole point in doing this book, was using up my scraps and my paper and all that, I do not recommend the MiquelRuis on really any size, simply because the binding is glued and it won't support it. It won't support it. You're tripling the pages as you go, and it just won't support it. I'm glad I did it. I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't tried it. But yeah, I would try to find a journal that is sewn if you're going to back your pages. And that brings me to my new FauxBonichi, because I'm not done. That journal's just done. I decided to go with the Moleskine. I don't know if I'll stick with the Moleskine from now and forever, but so far I'm really enjoying it. This one is the soft cover. It's the dotted notebook. I need the guidance of lines, but I really don't need the squares. I never was using the squares. I was just using them as a guideline, so I wanted to try the dotted, and I like the dotted so much more than the squares, the grid. There's nothing wrong with the grid. It's fun. It's all that kind of stuff. It's more FauxBonichi style, but I'm trying to slowly work out of my, training wheels, if you will. And so I'm really enjoying the dotted notebook. It doesn't show up as strong, and I just really, really enjoy that so far. The Moleskine is also sewn. This one has 192 pages. It has around 90 pages, single-sided. Dot grid layout, acid-free paper, expandable inner pocket, which I don't use, that kind of stuff. This one's 5 inches by 8 1/4. And yeah, so that's the one that I got. I picked mine up on Amazon, but you can get those anywhere. It has an elastic strap, which is different from the one that I picked up at Barnes & Noble for the MiquelRuis. And then the first 2 pages, I just kind of hooked them together. I don't know, I'll probably stick something in there, but they didn't lay flat, so I just hooked them together, and I'm not going to worry about them. And then I just started. I didn't do a start page. I didn't do oh my gosh, I need to do an intro. I am going to date it just because. And I'll go back and date this one. I think I already did, actually. But I'm just going to put the date in because I'm just playing with these. These are not... It's just kind of nonsense journaling, just that kind of thing, and so that I can play in them. So I'm not really worried about them being anything in particular. But I wanted to stay with backing my pages with scrapbook paper or other things, because I do like to, I am trying this year to use up my stash, and I'll tell you what, nothing goes through paper like a FauxBonichi. I have gone through, well, you figure every one of these sheets, there's 100 sheets in here, every one of them is different because I used a different piece of paper on every single backer. That means that there's 100 extra sheets of scrapbook paper in here. That means there's 112 by 12 sheets that I cut up and used in some form or fashion. So this one will have another 90 sheets in it, and yeah, so you kind of get where I'm going with that. So I'm using up a lot of paper fast. Sometimes I double them up if I really like the paper or something like that, but for the most part I haven't needed to because I've used it in my smoosh journal, so they kind of share paper. Anyways, let's get going in this. This again is the Moleskine, and it's the classic. And it is, let me flip back here, it is the dotted, let's see, I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if it shows up or not. I can't see on this little tiny screen. But anyways, it's the dotted grid pattern, and the pages are kind of a cream color, which I actually like a lot better than the white also. I don't find it changes your colors that much, but I do find it softer. I feel like this book is a little more sophisticated. You still can have fun, but it's leading me down a different path, which is great. But anyways, here's the first page. It lies so flat. It lies so flat, which is so nice. Wednesday is our do what challenges us day, so I did sketching because that's my challenge to myself is sketching, and it was garbage day. The question of the day was what were my favorite colors. My favorite fun color is purple, but my favorite grown-up color are taupes and grays and aquas and teals. So that's why that page is covered in paper like that. The next page, or the next day, was February 5th. This one, we went out to lunch. My husband had taken the day off, so we went out to lunch, and we went to a new to us sushi restaurant. And so I had got this perfect picture of this. We ordered this flaming dish there. I assumed flaming meant, you know, hot, spicy. No, no, no. It was on fire, and it came out on fire. So I caught this perfect picture of my son as he got to see it, and it was perfect. I also got my driver's license renewed that day, and there was supposed to be a picture of Sophie and Benny here because I think they go together like peanut butter and jelly, but they never laid together for the first time ever that day, so I never caught it. And then I had used my baby wipes and my sparkly watercolor palette from Michael's. You guys have probably all seen this. It's just a little cheapy deepy with a coupon. You can get it for like $3. And I covered the background. It was a stamping day, so although you can't see it really well, there's stamps in the background. And that was that day. Friday's Draw It challenge was owls, and so I drew that owl, and yeah, I just kind of tried to match the background color with my ink tints to the paper. That was all about there I did. And I'm trying to use up my pocket cards, so if you notice, there's pretty much going to be a pocket card of some kind on every page. I had this one I got from Eileen, and so I thought it went really well on this page, and I had the owl tape. I thought it went well with the theme. And yeah, my pretty much standard layout is question of the day at the top, and I answer it or not, depending on if I like the question or not. I decorate the left-hand side. I have a quote. I always find a quote every single day to put in this box. There's the date, and then there's, well, the date and the month. So, and then the pocket card, and some writing. Saturday was sticker day, and so I dug out some stickers and I decorated this page. This is a Paper Artsy stamp. Well, it's not the stamp. I saw on Paper Artsy these girl stamps that came out, and I of course don't own them, and I'm not buying any. So I just tried to draw the one of them that I liked, and so I thought it didn't turn out too bad. But and then another pocket card on this page. And for some reason, the difference in this one versus this book is that for some reason these never felt like like a full page spread, even though I tried to on some occasions match it and that kind of stuff, but it just never lended itself to that. And there's something about the Moleskine that kind of lends to a full 2-page spread. So in this book, I feel like I'm leaning more towards the pages blending than this side and this side. So I don't know why, it's just where I'm going with it, I guess. Hi, Benny. Really? You agree? Good. Anyway, so that was sticker day on the All Things FauxBonichi group, and as always, that link is down below. Sunday is our journaling day, again on the group, and it was my safe place. This is a bag from the Dollar Tree that I absolutely loved it, so I cut it up, and yeah, and then I just put a pocket card there. Kate was our winner for last week, and so I've got, Kate, your stuff is in the mail. Her giveaway stuff is sent off to her. And then over on Saturday, my friend from Florida, hi Pia, she sent me the best she always sends the best goodies. And she sent me, in the goodies was this stamp set, and it is the most perfect stamp set ever. It is the perfect size. It is the perfect font in my style. If there was a stamp that said Felicia and calendar on it, it would be this stamp set. I just was beyond tickled to get this stamp set. It has the months and the days. It has the numbers. It has a little bubble. It's just, I was so excited, and I'm like, gosh, I wonder if it'll fit, because I just loved it. And so it fit perfect. Here's today's page. It fit absolutely perfect in my boxes. I didn't have to redo my layout at all. I could not be more thrilled about this stamp set if I had said, hey Pia, go buy this stamp set for me. Because it's just perfect. I love everything. The camera shut off. It said enough gushing already, but I can't help it. Thank you again, Pia, so much for the stamp set and all the goodies that you sent. But anyways, here is today's page. And this week's challenge on the All Things FauxBonichi group, the weekly challenge, is to either electronically cut, die cut, draw, stickers, something that has to do with hearts and love. And so this is my page. I used ink tints in a spray bottle and made the background, and then this is the 2 pocket pages that I'm using. And didn't the stamps just turn out great? It's those little things that just make me happy. But anyway, so that is my new FauxBonichi. That is the goodbye to the old FauxBonichi. And yeah, and so this is where I'm going. Thank you so much for watching. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. That would be awesome. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!